My dear friends, welcome back to Bee Spice. In this session, we'll continue with fire alarm design in part 2. Okay, part 2 will focus on how fire alarm system work and the types of fire alarm system wiring. So in the part 1, hope you have watched the part 1 wherein we focused on, intro types and components. And if you have not watched, I suggest you to watch that and come to this. So, yeah, of course, we are not going to stop with this. There are many more to come, which we'll address one by one. Now, we'll focus on how the fire alarm system works. Okay, so for this, fire alarm system to work, we need to have initiating devices and signaling devices. So fire alarm system as a whole consists of two main parts of devices. One is the initiating, other is the signaling devices. Okay. So what is this initiating device? Initiating device, as the name suggests, are responsible for initiating the fire alarm signal. Of course, we have discussed this in part 1. These devices include smoke detectors, heat detectors, flame detectors, and manual pull station. When any of these devices detect the presence of fire, any of these devices, smoke or significant heat, they send an activation signal to the fire alarm control panel. This also we have seen in the first part. So that is about the initiating devices. Smoke detector, heat detector, flame detector, manual pull station. These are the initiating devices. Then what is the signaling devices? Signaling devices, on the other hand, are responsible for notifying the occupants of fire emergency. So those includes horns, sounders, strobes, voice evacuation system. That also we have seen in the part 1. Okay. So when triggered by the fire alarm control panel, signaling devices emit a loud audible signal, intense flashing light, or clear voice instruction to alert occupants and facilitate a timely evacuation. So that's about this initiating and signaling device, friends. Okay. Now we'll continue with a few more aspects related to how the fire alarm system works. Okay. Here, as we highlighted in part 1, there are two systems, addressable and conventional, right? So fire alarm system can be categorized into addressable and conventional, each with distinct operational characteristics. So then let us now start seeing what is addressable. In addressable system, each initiating and signaling device is assigned a unique address within the control panel. That is the point, unique address. So when an initiating device detects a fire or fall, it transmits its specific address to the control panel, which can then pinpoint the exact location of the activated device. So that is the point. So the detailed information aids responders in swiftly locating the fire source. Okay. So addressable systems offer numerous advantage, easier troubleshooting, quicker response time, reduced risk of false alarms. All these are happening using this addressable. So addressable systems are particularly suitable for larger building or complex structures where precise identification of fire location is crucial. So that is the point. Okay. So this is about the addressable. Now we'll talk about conventional. Conventional system divide a building into distinct zone with several initiating devices connected to each zone. When an initiating device is activated, the control panel can identify the zone from which the signal originates, but cannot pinpoint the exact location of the triggered device. So that is the challenge. So for example, a conventional system may indicate as a zone 3 smoke detector 2, that's all, as an activated device. But we don't know which location of this. We only know zone. So conventional system are generally less expensive than addressable system and are commonly used in smaller buildings or retrofit projects. So that's about this conventional. As I said earlier, their inability to provide precise device identification can be a drawback, especially in a larger and more complex building, wherein we focus more on the addressable system. Okay, okay, good. Now, few more to add on this design. Sorry, how fire alarm works. So, zoning and alarm zones. Zoning is nothing but the process of dividing a building into a discrete area called alarm zone. That's it. So, each zone corresponds to a specific area, typically comprising one or more rooms or floors. So zoning allows for better organization and management of fire alarm system. When an initiating device in an alarm zone is activated, the control panel can quickly identify the affected zone, providing responders with critical information about the fire general location within the building. So that's about the zoning. Now, communication protocol. Very important. Communication protocol in modern fire alarm system. Okay. Fire alarm system employs various communication protocol to transmit information between control panel and the initiating and signaling device. These protocols ensure a seamless data transmission and rapid responses during emergencies. So let's run through what are all those protocols. So one very common protocol is analog. So this analog protocol use continuous transmission to monitor the status of the initiating device. Analog protocol provide more detailed information about device status, allowing for better monitoring and maintenance. Then we have a digital protocol. Digital protocol use discrete data packets to transmit information between devices and control panel. Of course, they are known for their reliability and ability to support complex networking. So analog digital. Few more. Addressable protocol. Addressable protocol assign unique address to each device, allowing precise identification and communication. Then multiplex protocol. Multiplex protocol uses single circuit to connect multiple devices, enabling two-way communication between the devices and control panel. So analog, digital, addressable, multiplex. So these are the protocols. So now we are done with how fire alarm system works. Okay. Now we focus on them. Maybe before going into the types of wiring, I want to also touch upon a bit. Okay, we talked about protocol, right? Yeah. So understanding the protocol employed in a fire alarm system is essential for effective system design, troubleshooting, and maintenance. So as technology continues to advance, fire alarm system become more sophisticated and interconnected, ensuring better fire detection, rapid response, improved fire safety for buildings of all sizes. So the proper understanding and implementation of this operational principles are crucial for maximizing the effectiveness of the fire system and saving lives during emergencies. So with that, I'm closing this. So I'll go with the now with the types of wiring. Okay. So yeah, before going into the types of wiring, like communication protocol, okay, the wiring of a fire alarm system plays a crucial role, friends, in ensuring the reliable communication between control panel, initiating device, and signaling device. Proper wiring practices are very essential for system effectiveness and compliance with safety standards. So here we will talk about, different types of wiring and yeah, the consideration, all these. Okay. So let us go with the first topic, importance of proper wiring. Fire alarm system wiring forms the backbone of the entire system, connecting all the components to the control panel. So proper wiring is of course very critical for the system to function. Okay. Faulty or substandard wiring can lead to false alarm, delayed response, or even a system failure, putting lives and property at risk, isn't it? So fire alarm wiring must be robust, fire resistant, and protected from physical damage. Additionally, it must also comply with local building codes and regulation and National Fire Protection Association standard NFPA. So I'm going to cover this in the next session in the design and planning section. I'm going to talk about the details of the NFPA standard. Okay. So this is about the importance of proper wiring. Now we have one circuit called initiating device circuit. We call it as IDC. Initiating device circuits. IDC are the circuit that connect the initiating devices such as smoke detector, heat detector, manual pull station to the fire alarm control panel. So this is the initiating device circuits. So IDC carry the signal from these devices to the control panel, indicating the presence of fire or fault. Each zone in the fire alarm system typically has its dedicated IDC, okay, allowing the control panel to identify the zone in which the initiating device has been activated. Right. So this is about the initiating device circuit IDC. Now we have a notification appliance circuit NAC. So notification appliance circuit NACs are the circuit that connect the signaling devices. This fire alarm system is all revolving around the initiating and signaling. That's it, friends. So NAC are the circuit that connect the signaling devices such as horns, sounders, strobes, voice evacuation system to the fire control panel. So NAC transmits signal from the control panel to the signaling devices. You got it? NAC transmits from the signals from the control panel to the signaling devices. Okay, initiating audible visual alerts during the emergency. So like IDC, NAC also divided into zone, allowing specific area of building to be alerted independently. So overloading or underloading can reduce efficiency and potentially lead to operational issues, including excessive heating and decreased lifespan. Okay, all this we should watch out for. Right, friends? So initiating devices and notification appliance. Okay, now we talk about the actual topic, conventional wiring. Okay, see, just listen this, right? This is your fire alarm system and you have these devices, right? You see how it is connected in series, sorry, in parallel, right? So this is one set and this is one set. So all these are two wire system, right? Okay. So in a conventional fire alarm system, the wiring is relatively straightforward. So initiating devices, okay, and signaling devices, okay, are connected to control panel. See, initiating device, this is a signaling device connected to control panel using two wire circuits. That's what I meant, two wire circuits. So each device is assigned to a specific zone. So this is one zone, this is one zone, and all devices in the same zone are connected in parallel on the same circuit. So you see here, all these are in the connected to the parallel in the same circuit. Conventional wiring is simple and cost effective, making it suitable for smaller or retrofit projects. So this is basically conventional. Okay. However, the ability to pinpoint the exact location of the activated device within a zone can be a drawback in larger buildings. So that is about the conventional. Then we go into the addressable. Addressable, just see here, this is your addressable, how it is connected, one to one, and some others in series actually. So addressable fire alarm system use more complex wiring scheme. So each initiating device and signaling device is assigned a unique address within the control panel. So addressable devices are connected to control panel using a loop. You see, loop or maybe a daisy chain. Okay, like this, a daisy chain, and some are loop actually, right? So in loop configuration, the wire forms a continuous loop, and each device is connected to the loop with a separate pair of wires. Okay. So in a daisy chain configuration, the devices are connected in a linear fashion, one after the other. Daisy chain. Okay, that is how it looks like this, right? Yeah, one after the other using a single pair of wires. So addressable wiring provides several advantages, including better device identification, easy troubleshooting, and quicker response time. So this is about the addressable wiring. So it is often used in large building or facilities. Okay. So yeah, that's it, friends. So now, before winding up, I will talk about the power supply and supervisory circuits. In addition to the device, the initiating device circuit and notification circuits, right? So IDC and NAC, fire alarm system require power supply also, right? So power supply provide electrical power, the control panel, initiating device, signaling device, and other components. Supervisory circuit monitor the integrity of system wiring and devices. That's it. So these circuits actually can detect issues such as wire break, device tampering, or faults in system component, alerting the control panel to potential problems. So that's about the power supply and supervisory. Then, what are all the considerations for wiring installation? When installing a fire alarm system wiring, several considerations must be taken into account. What are all those? Check fire rated cables that are designed to resist flames, flame resistant and heat. Ensure proper separation of power and signaling circuits so that to minimize the interference. Use appropriate conduit or raiseway to protect the wiring from physical damage. Follow manufacturer recommendation and local codes for cable types and installation methods. So label all wiring and devices clearly for easy identification, troubleshooting and maintenance. So by adhering to all this consideration, fire alarm system installers can ensure the wiring is reliable, safe and compliant with regular relevant regulation and standard. So proper wiring is a fundamental aspect of a functional and effectiveness of a fire alarm system. So whether you are using conventional or addressable wiring, attention to detail during installation and regular maintenance is essential for ensuring the system reliability and providing optimal protection against the fire emergencies, friends. So that's all I have for this session. So I hope you got some insights on this fire, protocol, how the fire alarm works, and also the wiring aspects. Next one, we'll focus on the fire alarm system design and planning. System design and planning in the sense what we need to watch out for during the design and planning stage. Okay. Thank you and take care. Bye bye.